If you're stuck in a low-paying job where you're constantly working harder but you still feel like you can't get ahead, it's not because you're not doing enough, it's because you're stuck in a survival cycle. Hi, I'm Eileen. I'm a first-gen Latina that grew up in a low-income, chaotic household, still managed to achieve my dream reality, all by following my 5 core identity stability systems that I teach you through my videos here. So if you're interested in learning more about these topics, I'll link them down below in the caption. When your income barely covers your life necessities, your brain shifts into survival mode. Your focus begins to be on bills, expenses, getting through the week. Your brain can't really focus on long-term growth or a long-term plan to get out of this sort of situation. This is the trap that a lot of us get stuck in. We constantly strive to work harder and believe that we have to work harder, but never actually see the results of us moving forward. I know this happens to a lot of us. You wake up, you go to work, you spend your entire day working hard, and by the time you get home, you are exhausted, burnt out, and the story you keep telling yourself is, I'll figure it out later, I'll figure it out tomorrow, I'll figure it out next week. But that time never actually comes. And really what happens here is that all of your attention and all of your energy is going towards that low-paying job. And that low-paying job is really only sustaining your current lifestyle and your current environment, which is the one that you are trying to escape. So the problem isn't even necessarily that the fact that you are in that low-paying job right now. Rather, it's that you don't have full clarity or control over your financial situation. And without that clarity, you really can't create a plan to advance from your current situation. So what I recommend to you is to take a step back. Instead of trying to escape the situation right away, which is oftentimes viewed as just working harder so you can continue advancing in your current job. Instead, you can start with creating clarity around your financial situation. So the first action step you can take here is just to become aware of your financial reality. Become clear on how much money is coming in each month, the amounts that you're using to maintain your basic bare minimum needs, where the remaining funds are going towards, and seeing if there's really anything left over after you've covered your basic needs and any additional expenses that you might have. I highly recommend using something like a Google Sheet or an Excel doc to really just take note of every single expense you have and having some sort of tracker to consistently refer back to it and become clear on where you stand. A lot of the stress can come from the unknown and assumptions. Really not being clear on where you currently stand with your financial situation can be such an added layer of stress just by not even knowing. But when you see everything clearly, it will also allow you to understand what kind of financial reality you are striving towards. Do you want a reality that just covers your basic needs, or do you want a reality where you have enough funds left over to support a different kind of lifestyle or business ventures or education ventures that you might have? But really that first step is just sitting with the reality. And I know it can be super anxiety ridden. I know for me, when I first sat down to review my finances, I was so scared to see where I was allocating funds that were outside of my basic needs. And a lot of the times it can bring up feelings of shame as well, just coming to that realization, but you really can't make any changes until you become clear on it. That awareness alone will help you feel a lot more in control over your financial situation, because you will be able to make intentional decisions about where your money is going. And by becoming clear on your financial situation and being intentional with those funds, you might even be able to find different areas where you can invest in your growth or your education that can elevate your financial status, whether that's e-courses or mentoring or coaching programs. You might even be able to find extra funds that you can reallocate towards advancing your growth and escaping the financial situation that you currently have into a much more fruitful financial reality. Really, at the base level, you can't escape a cycle that you don't fully understand. So it's really not about fixing everything overnight, but even taking that one step towards awareness will help you regain control over your financial situation, reduce that stress, and you'll be able to allocate time, energy, and potentially even funds towards a plan that can help advance you from your current situation. Once you truly understand the situation, are fully aware and clear of your reality, that's when you can really start making the change. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep building together.